Hello friends, my name is Ankit Kumar and I am pursuing PhD in mathematics from MNNIT Allahabad. Today I will explain about the UPHESC mathematics examination, its exam pattern, eligibility criteria, syllabus, important books and some important notes. What is UPHESC examination? Uttar Pradesh Higher Education Services Commission (UPHESC) has recently announced and invited the application form from the eligible candidates for the post of assistant professors. The total number of vacancies of these posts were 2003 posts, and interested and eligible candidates applied for these posts online. The process of submission of online application for these posts was commenced from 25th February 2021 and last date to apply for these posts was in the month of April 2021. This examination is conducted in 15 subjects and total number of seats are 2003. The age limit: candidates should not more than up to 62 years as on 1st July 2020. The pay scale is rate 50,600 to 39,100 grade pay, rate 6,000 based on last recruitment. What is its eligibility criteria? First of all, candidates must possess a master's degree with 55% marks in a concerned relevant allied subject from an Indian institute or an equivalent degree from an accredited foreign university. Besides fulfilling the above qualification, the candidates must have cleared the national testing NET conducted by UGC or the CSIR or a similar test aggregated by the UGC at national level or set of only the state of UP or who have been awarded a PhD degree in accordance with the University Grants Commission. Regulations 2009 or 2016 and their amendments from time to time as the case may be are exempted from NET, SLET and SET. So provided the candidates register for the PhD program prior to July 11, 2009 shall be governed by the provisions of then existing ordinances, regulations of the institutions awarding the degree, and such PhD candidates shall be exempted from the requirements of NET, SLET or SET examination. The candidates possess PhD degree of the candidates has been awarded in a regular merit and it can be evaluated by at least 2 external examinations. An open PhD viva voce of the candidates has been conducted. The candidate has published at least 2 research papers from his/her PhD work, out of which at least one is in a referred journal. The candidate has presented at least 2 papers based on his/her PhD work in conference seminars sponsored, funded, supported by the UGC, ICSSR, CSIR or any similar agency. You note down that NET, SLET or SET shall also not be required for such master's programs in disciplines for which NET, SLET, SET is not conducted by the UGC, CSIR or similar test aggregated by the UGC like SLET or SET. You also exempted if you have a PhD degree has been obtained from a foreign university institutions with a ranking among top 500 in the world university ranking by any one of the following. You also possess a relaxation of 5% at the master's levels if you belong to the SC, ST or OBC categories. If you have physically handicapped, then the same rule followed by them. A relaxation of 5% shall be provided from 55% to 50% of the marks to the PhD degree holders who have obtained their master's degree prior to 19 September 1991. A relevant grade which is regarded did as supervision of 55% wherever the grading system is followed by a recognized university at the master's level shall also be considered valid. What is its examination pattern? Then its exam is conducted in three modes. The first mode is the written test, which contains the multiple choice objective type question. Second part contains the composite paper in written test having two parts, general knowledge and optional subjects. Part first will be general knowledge carrying of 60 marks, and part second will be related to optional subjects carrying 140 marks. Each question will carry 2 marks in the written exam, and there also be an interview of 30 marks. Now we talk about the syllabus of the mathematics UPHSC mathematics syllabus. Unit first contains the algebra. In this unit we read about cyclic groups, permutations, group Cayley's theorem, Sylow's theorem, rings, ideals, prime ideals, maximal ideals, domain, Euclidean domain, principal ideal domain, field, infinite field, finite field, field extension modules, Northern modules, etc. And in linear algebra section we read about the linear transformation, algebra of linear transformations, kernel, range, rank nullity theorem, matrix representation, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, diagonalization, Hermitian, skew Hermitian, unitary matrix, finite dimensional inner product space, Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process, and etc. In third unit we read about the analysis. In this section we read sequence and series of functions, uniform convergence, Lebesgue integral, multivariable calculus, element of metric spaces, compactness, connectedness, Banach spaces, Hilbert spaces, orthogonalization, Gram-Schmidt orthogonalization process, etc. And in unit 4th we read about the complex analysis, its algebra, Cauchy-Riemann theorem, Cauchy's Riemann equations, Liouville's theorem, Cauchy's integral formula, zeros of analytic functions, Taylor series, Lorentz series, calculus of residue, contour integrals, conformal mappings, and Mobius transformations. The unit 5th contains the topology and differential geometry. In this unit we read the basic concepts of topology, continuity equations, homeomorphism, connectedness, compactness, countability, separation axioms, subspaces, product spaces, and etc. Unit 6 contains differential equation, and in this unit we read existence and uniqueness of solutions of initial value problems of first order ordinary differential equations, singular solution of first order ordinary differential equations, general theory of homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear ordinary differential equation, Sturm-Liouville's boundary value problem, Lagrange's and Charpit's method for solving first order partial differential equations. Unit 7 contains mathematical methods. In this unit we read the calculus of variations, linear functions, necessary and sufficient conditions of extrema, Euler-Lagrange's equation, linear integral equations of Fredholm and Volta type. In unit 8 we read the mechanics, and in this unit we read the generalized coordinate, Lagrange's equation, Hamiltonian's canonical equation, Hamiltonian's variational principle, Euler's dynamical equation, and etc. Unit 9 contains the operation research and numerical analysis. So in this unit we read about LPP, solution of LPP by graphical and simplex methods, M techniques, two-phase method, dual problem, and in numerical solutions of algebraic equation, fixed point iteration, Newton-Raphson method, Gauss-Seidel, Gauss-Jacobi, secant method, and etc. And unit 10 contains the Vedic mathematics and number theory. And in this unit we read contribution of ancient Indian mathematicians, basic concept of Vedic mathematics, contribution of Ramanujan in number theory, fundamental theorem of arithmetic functions, Mobius inversion, congruence, etc. These are some important books which will be helpful in cracking your examination. So some books are for complex variables, probability, differential equations, complex analysis, abstract algebra, linear algebra, topology, partial differential equation, abstract algebra, ordinary differential equations, mathematical analysis, real analysis, etc. So some important notes. Syllabus contains 10 units. In preparation of question paper, it is suggested that at least 6 units should be asked from each unit. For better preparation, the most significant factor is to keep oneself updated with the complete syllabus. Split the syllabus into different parts and do the hard work. Thank you. Best wishes.